When Ben first told me we were making pea pies, I thought that's a bit strange. Just pea? Are we going to have ham and pea? Maybe pea and mint? But it turns out he meant whoopie pies. That made far more sense.
Your intros are getting worse. Yes, whoopie pies, and basically what that is cake that's baked at a slightly higher temperature and freeform rather than in a tin. So it's a cake batter we're going to start with. First up, sugar into a bowl. We've got vanilla sugar, and then into that we're going to beat, to get loads and loads of air, our softened butter and 1 egg. Top tip when you're making cake batters, it's better if all the ingredients are at the same temperature. So room temperature, softened butter, eggs at room temperature, not straight out the fridge. Cool. Just makes your life a bit easier. And this is the vanilla whoopie pie, so a generous teaspoon of vanilla extract.
Generous teaspoon.
At least a teaspoon, maybe a little more. And then buttermilk. And the reason for the buttermilk is that is going to react with a little bit of the bicarb that we've already pinched into our plain flour. Looking good?
So why wouldn't you just use self-raising flour?
You could do. Self-raising flour already has a raising agent in it. Because you need to add the liquid of the buttermilk, that's how it's going to react with the... Don't really know, but it works, so I'm not going to mess with it.
Brilliant.
At this point, take the spoon out, because you've beaten loads of air in, and with something else, you can basically get in and just fold in all of that. It's good to try and be as accurate as possible. And if you want all the accurate weights and measurements, you can get those at Sorted Food. To make life easier, we're going to transfer it into a piping bag. Albeit you could probably just spoon this.
I was going to say, so far, my country doesn't sell buttermilk and I don't have piping bags in my country. What can I do?
If you can't get hold of buttermilk, what you can do is sour your own milk. So grab some regular milk, maybe a teaspoon or so of lemon juice, and leave it for half an hour, and it will just start to thicken and curdle and sour, and that will be good enough for buttermilk. As for the piping bag, you could of course just spoon it, but I prefer to do this because it makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
What we want are tops and bottoms to our whoopie pie that are equal so they fit together, about 4 centimetres across, not too thick, and separating the tray so they can expand in the oven.
I'll let you do this bit.
And this is where we start to see the point of difference between cake, cookies and whoopie pies.
Okay.
Because whoopie pies are now going to be cooked at 200 degrees Celsius, so slightly hotter than a regular cake, for about 8 minutes. So it's a short cooking time, high temperature, nice golden top, but still cake in the middle.
Now what you put in the middle of your whoopie pies is completely up to you, within reason. We're going to go for something that's completely in season in the UK at the moment, rhubarb. All we're going to do is slice it up and put it into a pan with some honey, some brown sugar and a drop of water and cook it for about 8 to 10 minutes. Let it all stew down until it's nice and umptuous, is that the word you'd use?
That works for me.
Now the thing to remember about rhubarb is this is forced rhubarb and it's got a beautiful pink colour, so we don't want to cook it for too long, we don't want to get rid of that colour.
Oh, that's going to be sour.
That is so sour. Definitely cook it.
There's definitely a reason why we're adding brown sugar and honey.
But not for too long. Ooh! The rest of our filling is slightly less seasonal, but no less delicious. It's double cream whipped up into soft peaks with some icing sugar. Icing sugar, not icing sugar. Icing sugar.
So everything we've made has now cooled. Our whoopie pies have... Are they a pie yet? Our whoopie biscuits have cooled. We're about to turn them into a pie by sandwich them with whipped cream and our rhubarb, which has cooled, and I strained a little bit of the excess liquid off so it wasn't too runny.
Well done.
Do you want a cream or rhubarb?
Oh, cream.
And then on top of that, so we've got our sweetened cream, we've got our quite sour, but very, very pink rhubarb. And then I think this is the bit that turns it into a pie, because a pie needs a lid, and that's a lid. So that is a whoopie pie.
Look at that. That is a whoopie pie.
These are incredible vanilla and rhubarb whoopie pies.
Perfect for Christmas.
Sorted. What?
You put snow on them.
It's icing sugar.
Right.
I'm not sure there's any easy way to eat these.
I think you just have to eat them.
There aren't many pies you can eat like this, is there?
I'll have you know that this is the state treat of Maine. Not the state dessert, that's like a blueberry pie or something. The state's treat, because you need to put those things in legislation. If you want the full recipe and ingredients for these whoopie pies, make sure you head to Sorted Food.